Manchester, June 1857. Rosanna Hawkins could not see the dab of paint on her nose, but she could feel it. Her skin puckered in the way it always did beneath drying oil paint. Determined to finish the last touches of the piece before Anton arrived, she gave the tip of her nose a quick scratch with the end of her brush and dabbed in a few final strokes of colour in the storm cloud. This painting, her latest reproduction of a Thomas Cole landscape, was expected for delivery by tomorrow, and Mrs. Ellsworth always paid extra for promptness, which Anton passed along to Rosanna. Mrs. Ellsworth preferred to do her business with Anton Greystone, which Rosanna found a bit silly since she'd known the woman for years. The Ellsworths lived near Rosanna's own parents in Cheetham Hill, the area of Manchester containing the stateliest manor homes. Mrs. Ellsworth's newest hobby was showing the neighbours how many paintings she could collect and display in her home. It was no matter to Mrs. Ellsworth that the paintings were reproductions. Many wealthy families filled in their art collections with replicas of famous works. Rosanna's own parents had a small assortment of good paintings, but she had never offered them one of her reproductions. In fact, they knew very little about her daily work. Rosanna and her sisters, Lottie and Ella, had been given the privilege of governesses and masters to help them hone their talents, and the further privilege to seek employment doing the work they loved. As their parents told them, there were many facets to growing up and finding their places in the world, and one of those facets was finding fulfilling employment. Rosanna and her sisters appreciated their parents' expansive modern views, but not every family agreed that the Hawkins girls' forays into public life and employment were admirable. So many families held to the outmoded idea that young women reach the height of their worth and usefulness by being sufficiently decorative and ensnaring wealthy husbands. Employment was not only unnecessary but rather vulgar in their minds. Mrs. Ellsworth might have looked down her nose at Rosanna's chosen work, but she had no complaints about the products she purchased. "They want their nice little paintings, and they want them quick," Anton said. Rosanna chose not to respond to the idea that her canvases were nice and little. She knew her paintings were masterful. Indeed, they were indistinguishable from the originals. Let him say what he would. Anton was a businessman, not an artist after all. Rosanna's artistic talent could match any style, be it modern like Cole or classical. Her Renaissance work was in high demand among their clientele, the wealthy who either loved art or wished to be seen as understanding it. Not only did Rosanna's work reflect each stroke, each layer and each detail of the masterworks she reproduced, she did it all with a speed that astonished and delighted her employer, Anton Greystone.